Hi, Steve Gifford, Mesa, Arizona. This is my informative speech reference to a career in law enforcement. I want to thank you for joining me. Also thank my small audience that have joined me, and to also inform you that you have no need for an attorney at this time. According to the FBI statistics website of 2015, over 15,000 murders were committed in the United States, 700,000 assaults, and over 200,000 rapes. So the need for police is very obvious. If you really want to help people by addressing the issues that plague the community and provide service to help those in need, then this could be a calling for you. I spent 22 years in a mid-sized town in patrol of 70,000 and conduct all sorts of police action and crisis intervention. If you desire to help people by your informed decision and using resources to assist people in need, this could be a calling for you. Next couple minutes, we're going to go over the law enforcement career choices. There's a couple of them we can go over. We're going to go over some requirements and also some training you will receive if you're ever hired. We're also going to wrap it up by talking about God's values to help you succeed with the oath that you would take if you were hired. In these steps here discussed will also help you fill the position that the community is trusting you to fill. So let's look at a couple different choices that has, hopefully you can find a niche to serve. First one is RSO, Research School Officer. That's the police officer that's inside the school building to help maintain peaceful surroundings for education. Also college. Next one is a detective. That's the investigators that investigate the major crimes, the murders, the robberies, and other assaults and stuff like that. You have the traffic bureau. They investigate the traffic crashes, the fatalities involved there, and also take care of the DUIs, intoxicated drivers. You also have drugs, which is the narcs and the undercovers, taking care of the dealers and confiscating the illegal drugs off the streets. And then patrol would be the people that fill in all the gaps. They're usually the first to respond and directs where the investigation would go from there. Now, depending on your police department, you could have more and be involved in more choices to choose. Just depends how big your town is that you're applying for. Now we've got a good position. Let's talk about a little bit of the education you will receive and a little bit of the requirements. Most police departments require 2 years criminal justice degree or a 4-year military stint. Keep that in mind. Now across the board, most police departments, if it's military, will take on an honorable discharge, and you can have no felony convictions, must pass a psychological exam, and then have a completed background check. I mean, they'll talk about people you haven't seen in 20 years to be very complete and all that. Once you are hired, you just start in basic training, usually 3 months, and it's including all the basic aspects of mechanics of arrest, what to do in court, how to do reports, any aspects of police work you'll be introduced to. Once you graduate from there, sort of military type, once you graduate from there, you'll get a police certificate, then you're a police officer. In order to maintain that police certificate, you will have to take 40-hour classes each year. Now, those classes depends on your police department needs. Could range from anything from school shooting scenarios to writing better reports, and they would usually advise you what specialties they want you involved in. And also, there's something called in-house training, which would include coming off the streets to train with your weapon, qualify for your weapon. You have tasers you have to worry about. You got shotguns, all this training you need. And also every day you attend roll call where they will tell you your post, your beat, tell you any special instructions, and probably inspect your weapon. And it's just a massive amount of information that enables you to be a better police officer. Now let's talk about God's issues. Now that you have the choice and the training that's needed, the most important aspect of police work has to do with how you treat the public. Some people see us as a wall between evil and the world. Police are asked to protect and serve. very important you realize serve is in there. You must treat everyone as someone. Applying God's values in every situation you encounter will really help the people. You must be aware of your actions. You are there to help. Keeping God's values close assists you in those actions. The best value I've seen, the best guideline I've seen would be the second part of the Great Commandment in Matthew, which is love your neighbor as yourself. Treat everyone as you want to be treated, no more, no less. Using what God values is a perfect way to deal with those that are searching for Him, the lost people at the end of the ropes without any hope. You would represent that hope with your actions and present. Now we went over the different jobs, positions, we went over some of the requirements, some education we'll receive, and the very important aspects that you must need to be very successful. There are just various ways for you to help to maintain a community. Professor Gary Porter from Eastern Kentucky University tells us that Boston in 1838 was the first city to get an organized police department. They saw a need to maintain community by policing the members. So the police have been here with us for a long time, and they will continue to be with us for a long time. Just turn on the news, you can see the need constantly. You have a chance to use God's values to people that are not used to seeing them. Your actions will speak volumes of what type of cop and person you are. You will act like you're on camera with every action you do because you probably are. Christ walked the earth. He didn't hang out with the powerful. He didn't hang out with the religious. He hit the streets with the sinners, the poor, and the outcast. He met the need that he saw, the need of him the most. Now, given the opportunity, would you not do the same? As Matthew tells us in chapter 9, it is not the healthy who needs a doctor, it's the sick.